Hello and welcome. Happy Sunday. It is May 25, 2025. Happens to be the portal energy, the 2525 portal. However, when you are watching this, you may actually not be seeing us on the 25th of May. You may be seeing us on another day, regardless of the factor. Let me introduce myself. I'm Reverend Joanne Ingebarry Cologne. I am the founder of Holistic Fitness NY. I'm also the your certified holistic personal trainer, holistic integrative teacher, Reiki master, medical astrologer, master of numerology, card creator, card reader, and newly founder of Holistic Healing Magazine, which is what we're actually here to chat with you about today. As I am going through different conversations with all of the cover features. Today I am here with Miss Ella, and she and I are going to have a nice organic conversation about her journey as being a cover feature on the magazine. So Ella, just take a minute just to introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and your journey from being a mom to CFO to speaker and also writer. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, my name's Ella Pahopin. I'm from Queens, New York City. I am, I was, for the last 12 years, I've been a CFO at a federal credit union that's also in Queens. I started my career in 1994, and I started as a file clerk, even though I had a master's degree. I had to get my foot in the door. And then in about, I guess, 15 years, I made the CFO position. I waited to go back to work until my youngest was 5 years old. So I've been working since I'm 40 years old, and I enjoyed my work. I found it sometimes difficult to raise two little boys and go to work, but I did it. I managed, and my boys are married now. I have grandchildren, and I'm searching for something that I'm passionate about. And I realize I like to learn about the metaphysical and about astrology. And I love writing my thoughts down because I have a lot to say. And it's nice for me to stop talking and let people read so they could stop when they want to or whatever.
Love that.
So
Love
I'm
that.
I'm enjoying this part of my life. And this is a part of my life I was always afraid of. The kids leaving, retiring, and it turns out that it's a very nice surprise that I don't feel of any of the ways I thought I would feel.
Love that. So with Ella being the cover up feature for the May issue, I just want to draw to your attention her her page itself, where we have her beautiful photo right there, and there is a Q&A, lots of questions that were asked. So Ella, I'm going to ask you one or two of the questions from the actual magazine. So if you can open your page to the to where the Q&A is. This way here you can just recite what's there. And as I always say, one of my favorite questions that I ask all of the contributors when interviewing is how did you get started in your industry? So give us a little based on what it says in the book. How did you get started in your industry?
Okay, now as far as we're talking about the present now,
You're
not
actually
like,
yes,
okay,
you're just gonna read what's in the magazine. Yes.
okay,
The very first question is
okay.
how did you get started in your industry?
Okay, I have here, I inadvertently fell into it. I started working with a trainer who was also a healer. I acquired a great deal of knowledge working with her. I would like to share this knowledge with others so that they can become the best version of themselves.
Excellent, love that. In your title, in regards to the magazine, what do you refer to yourself as?
Metaphysical apprentice.
I love that title. Love that title. Now, based on your journey, what excuse me, what are the three biggest challenges you faced in your career?
The biggest challenge I faced was feeling guilty about being a working mom and wanting to have it all both ways, everything for my children with all their basketball and baseball games, yet having my own career and doing well at a job.
And what is one goal you would like to achieve in your industry and why?
Well, the most important thing that I realize a lot of people are struggling with childhood traumas and they still live with this. And I'd like to pass along that there are very many practices that could help you heal and get over that. And it makes me sad for people to have things that aren't happening anymore still affecting their life today, their present life.
Love that. And what is your superpower as a mom and how did you use it?
My superpower, I think in every industry, anything that I've been in, I could find something funny in anything. And that kind of keeps me going. I could see the humor in anything. And that kind of breaks the tension and the and I remember my mom would always say, "How could you think this is funny?" But I did. And it wasn't to be mean or anything. It's just like sometimes the ridiculousness of things that happen or that things people say or even that things people believe.
Nice, nice. So, since being on the cover of the magazine, what has that been like for you?
Well, I live in a development and I have a lot of friends on Facebook. And when I walk through the halls, they say, "Oh, you were on the cover of the magazine." And then I give them the information of where to order it. And I feel like that's my 15 minutes of fame. Or so it's I'm being recognized.
Excellent, excellent. And what would you tell someone, a woman, who is looking to venture out whether they're in the same scenario you were, retiring and moving into this new cycle of life, or just starting off, fresh out of, let's say, college? What would you tell that individual based on your
What
experiences?
whatever the situation is that you want to do, you deserve it, you're worthy, and you could, if you want something badly enough, you could do it.
Love that, love that, love that. And at this point in time, if you had a chance to go back and share insight with your 16-year-old self, what would that insight be?
Trust your gut,
Trust your
because
gut.
the universe works for you and it's telling you something. When you don't feel comfortable with the situation, even though you might not be able to pinpoint what it is, there's something there and you should trust it.
Love that, love that. And you have your magazine with you?
Yes, I do.
Let's show it. Bring it all the way up. Bring it up a little higher. There we go. There we is. There we are. There we have it. Miss Ella, front cover, our feature of May. For those of you who have not received your copies yet, there's still time. You can go over to my website, Holistic Fitness NY, and just click on the three little lines to the left. Scroll down to where it says Holistic Healing Mag. Find Ella, click on it, and go ahead and order your copy. Or an easy 1, 2, 3, just reach out to me and I'll send you the link. Either way works. So Ella, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And even more so, thank you so much for sharing your stories as not just a cover feature, but you'll also be able to, for those who are purchasing the magazines every month, you'll also get to read more about Ella's stories as she's also one of the elite contributors. And her stories are quite interesting and it's worth the read. So thank you, Ella, so much for being here with us tonight. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this particular chapter of your life unfolds going forward as I get to witness it. You have any
Okay, great.
final words you would like to leave with our audience?
No, I'm good.
All right. So until next time, when I show up again with our cover feature for June, we'll be back then. Bye bye for now.
Okay, bye.